Hello, I'm so glad you're with us to celebrate this special Sunday as we complete 30 days of love. Yahoo! Hats off to you, those of you who did it. I did it myself and found it very inspiring. One of the reasons I was so inspired by it is because before I came to CLF, I worked for the Unitarian Universalist Association, and one of the last projects that I did was to direct the Standing on the Side of Love campaign. In fact, that campaign came after a horrific shooting in our UU congregation in Knoxville, Tennessee in July of 2009. As we struggled to figure out how to respond to this, we were so inspired by the people in Knoxville who, instead of shutting their doors in fear, opened them wide. And the week after that shooting, they threw the doors open and said, "We're still here." We wanted to honor that spirit, and it's from there that the Standing on the Side of Love campaign came into being. Of course, though I directed it, I did not do it alone at all. The main team that worked on it were then my closest confidants and colleagues, Adam Gerhardstein, who was the first campaign manager, and Helio Fred Garcia, who really took a dream and turned it into a plan. Standing on the Side of Love was a song already, and it had been a marriage equality campaign. In fact, during Prop 8 in California, the people there used it very, very actively as a campaign for love, for marriage equality. But we wanted to broaden the idea to say that Standing on the Side of Love wants to harness the power of love to stop any kind of exclusion, oppression, or violence based on identity. So as we've worn these shirts around and people have responded, slogans like "the love people" have emerged. But for me, equally important with the word love is the word standing. Now, at the beginning, there were people who were worried that this was actually an oppressive term for people in wheelchairs. And we talked to people in wheelchairs, and they said, no, we understand that even though we're in chairs, we're still standing for things. And so we're standing on the side of love. Love is an action. It's not that we're the love people because we just stand around and hum kumbaya. We're the love people because we take action for love. We stand with people who have been excluded, oppressed, or violated. This is not a slogan for Unitarian Universalism. The minute you start to make it into a PR slogan for a particular group, in fact, I think it's an act of violence. You saw earlier a video of a Muslim who responded to the word love just as Jews, Christians, Hindus, atheists, and many other people do by saying, "That's my core value." Standing on the side of love is about making God, the God of love, alive, co-creating love. When we love each other, there's more love in the world, and I'm convinced that it's the act of standing that actually creates more love. It's the action, it's the courage to act. I believe that when any faith says we're the people who, we're the only people who know love, know God, we're excluding other people just by doing that. What I love about the Standing on the Side of Love campaign and action is that it's for everyone. If we were running a campaign, love would be the candidate. It's love, it's the values of love that we need to see more of in this hurting, broken world. And do we really care who loves? No, when you feel alone, when you feel marginalized, sometimes the least likely person is the one who stands with you. And at that moment, that person, whoever they are, becomes a messenger of the holy. Because when you know you're not alone anymore, I believe that moment is when God is alive. Standing on the side of love is, of course, an aspiration. I fail at it every day. Every day, voices of fear, voices of scarcity, voices of danger, watch out, trump my desire to love. But when I commit myself to stand on the side of love, I commit myself to wrestle down those other voices, to say no matter how big they are. Somewhere in me, I know that love is bigger. And I know that when I am part of love, I magnify love. I make love bigger still. So as we complete this campaign, these 30 days of love, I hope you'll feel it as a nudge, as a goading to celebrate 30 years of love, to become love's people, to know that as we love, there's more love. As there's more love, we feel more love, we have more love to give, and that in being part of standing on the side of love in our own tiny way, we are co-creating God.